So this is going to be another movie review. This one's called The Entity, 1981. Again, Netflix says it's 1981. IMDb says it's 1982. YouTube says it's 1983. So I'm guessing it took 1 to 2 years to distribute. And it was actually produced in 1981. That's my guess. As it's not the first time where I've got the years mixed up. I'm giving this 5 out of 5 stars. I love this flick. It's got bonus features of the cult paranormal phenomena guy. He calls himself a fancy name, like a parapsychologist or something. And, this movie is actually based somewhat on the events of 1976, at least in the imagination of the parapsychologist. And the bonus features. It's supposedly based on a true story. It's probably about as true as the haunted house that looked like the face. I can't remember, but the haunted house movie from the 70s, probably the same kind of concept. Some people came up with the scary truth of 1976 to try to make it into a movie. Although they insert a lot of psychiatry into the movie. It's pretty true to the supposed events that took place in 1976. So there's a single mom. She's got 3 kids from 2 different guys. And she's right off the bat, like within the first 10 minutes, she starts getting raped by ghosts. And oh, by the way, this movie, sorry, I gotta close the door. This movie got criticized a lot by feminists back when it got released in 82 or 83, because it was a fancy of, oh my gosh, you actually filmed a woman getting raped. I'm like, I haven't seen that 1,000 times. And it didn't turn me into a goddamn rapist. Anyways, whenever there's a supernatural scene, you get this punishing sound noise that's very oddly similar to Swan's Loop 21. And strangely enough, this movie came out right around the time of Swan's first actual studio album, Filth, from right around the same time. It sounds oddly similar to me, but the greatest albums of all time, really. Anyways, it's got that kind of noise during the supernatural scenes, and then throughout the movie, it's just got this really creepy kind of goblin-esque kind of music. It's just a great film all the way around. Great horror flick. Also, a lot of nudity in this one. There's some full frontal even, and she's not bad looking actually for a white one. So, anyways, I got through the debauch parts of the movie. Uh, so she's getting raped by this invisible creature, and she goes to see the psychiatrist. The psychiatrist doesn't believe her. He thinks that she's crazy, and he's taken some tranquilizer. So slowly she's getting sick and tired of this psychiatrist guy. She relies on her friend a lot. She goes to her friend's house, and every 10 minutes or so, there's a supernatural event that just comes out of nowhere. It's really creepy and scary, and very effective. So the ghost is like rapes her right in front of her kids, and her son tries to intervene. The invisible rapist throws him really hard on the ground. He breaks his wrist or something, and then she and her friend go to the bookstore. They bump into a couple of these occultist kind of paranormal activity parapsychologist freaks who work at the same college as the psychiatrist, and they decide to go check out her house. They're really skeptical at first, but then the house starts shaking like there's an earthquake. They feel really cold and they smell dead bodies. So they go back to the university. They convince the lady there in charge of the parapsychology department to try to trap the thing using liquid helium. The psychiatrist starts going crazy because he's got some kind of infatuation with this lady, and mixing business with pleasure, I guess. And her boyfriend witnesses her getting raped by this invisible thing, and he takes off. It seems like she has a drinking problem, and she's not very good with finding men. When she was a kid, she got preggers from a 16-year-old who died on a motorcycle. Then she fell in love with an older man, and apparently her dad was a minister who sexually abused her. So she's got all kinds of issues with men, let's just say, even invisible ones. And they set up this crazy pseudo house of hers inside the basketball gym with this liquid helium that they're using to trap the thing. The thing escapes from the liquid helium. The head shrinker psychiatrist dude saves his dream girl there, the rape victim, the ghost rape victim. He saves her from the destruction that the creature causes on this apparatus that they've set up in the basketball gym. And the head shrinker's boss witnesses all this stuff happening, and he still doesn't believe his eyes. Then the paranormal lady says, "You son of a bitch." Like, he doesn't want to even acknowledge reality, which is kind of ironic because this whole movie is reminded me of Amityville Horror, which was kind of a fake reality in somebody's mind about a haunted house. So this one's kind of similar to that, I guess you could say. But it's definitely more brutal and punishing, and I don't know. They give this an R rating, but it's very close to X in my opinion, just from all the nudity and full frontal stuff. But you can actually see the ghost fingers pressing on her breast and things like that. So great flick, highly recommended. Entertaining throughout. It doesn't waste any time. Like I said, the first 2 minutes you get the first supernatural scene, and everyone after that is just spectacular. Incredible special effects and great acting. Just great musical score, sound effects. Everything was just top notch. Even the ending had the red film over the camera. It reminded me of Italian horror. Just great film. Must see for all horror fans. Highly recommended. Check it out. I'll post the trailer in the description box later. So